right. So the awesome, unbelievable news, Davante Adams is a Las Vegas Raider. It's a few days old now, but we're still celebrating. We're still doing cartwheels. We're still doing backflips. Still excited about it. And it also changed the AFC West, I think, forever. Because after Davante Adams, and we had to give up our first and second round picks this season. Steal.
Fuck them picks.
Absolute steal. I absolutely give those picks away for someone like Davante Adams. And also, side note, giant props to Dave Ziegler. Because like when you're a GM, you're thinking like, this is his first real draft as a GM. He doesn't have Belichick telling him what to do. He has authority over McDaniels. Mark Davis maybe will fiddle, but I doubt he'd be like that, right? Like big contracts, you go to the boss. But I think, all right, who do you draft? I think Mark Davis. Essentially, this is
he's running the ship.
This is Ziegler's baby. Like he gets to just like look at all thousands and thousands of football players in the NCAA, and he gets to pick who he wants. Like that's got to feel awesome. That's got to be so cool. As a GM, that's like what you live for. That's like that's game day for you. And still, he said, nope, no problem. I want Davante Adams. I don't need your picks. Props to Ziegler for, not for being able to give his toys away for the ultimate toy.
Yeah, Ziegler and Champ Kelly and the crew, man, they're doing big things over there. Not only and they're doing it the way that I wanted them to do it. I said, dude, get the studs and duds, get those big splash signings, and then fill in the gaps with those low cost, low risk guys.
Yeah,
guys that either have played for you before that what to expect from that, fill a niche. Get those kind of guys. Don't pay them a ton of money because if they don't work out, they're not going to cost you a lot, And that's what they've been doing. And we haven't been, getting in that football purgatory where we're giving middle of the road contracts to heavy contracts to middle of the road players. And use your capital for what it's meant for. You're looking to draft these guys. Are you paying them more money? But yeah, it is what it is, man. You premium players, you pay premium price. And you don't have a chance to get a player like this very often, or not every week, or wait a second, twice in a week you get a chance to get a player like Davante Adams. But it was the right time. The opportunity was there. What happened afterwards? What happened to earlier today made that trade look even sweeter for us.
Yeah,
and I think it was a win all the way around.
So what you're referring to is Tyreek Hill, absolutely crucial part of the Chiefs' success the last seventh year?
I believe so. Sixth
or seventh year, right?
Year,
yeah. I think he's been on every single one of those 6 straight AFC West titles that the Chiefs had. Obviously a crucial part of it, right? Number one weapon in Kansas City. He gone. Signed a 4-year, $120 million contract in a trade to the Miami Dolphins, including $25 million signing bonus, $72 million guaranteed. I have never seen that much money on a non-quarterback, guaranteed money for a wide receiver. Never happened. Yeah. $72 million. That's not imaginary monopoly money, like $300 million. Patrick Mahomes, $500 million contract for 10 years. Like, okay, that's not real money. $72 million guaranteed. That is real money. No matter happens, the Chiefs are going to take that money and put it into the bank account of Tyreek Hill.
No matter what,
matter what.
That's his money.
Absolutely nuts. And it's obviously no coincidence, Soto, that the second Davante Adams was made the highest paid wide receiver in football. Tyreek Hill said, "Nuh-uh. The cheetah needs his cheddar."
Yeah, for sure. So here's the crazy thing. Tyreek Hill and the Chiefs were working on a contract, or Drew Rosenhaus was his agent, was working on a contract. And basically the parameters were already agreed upon. They were just kind of like working through the language. And there was really no hurry to get this stuff done because the Chiefs thought they had time to get this stuff done. So, they were doing little moves here and there, and they kind of, let's get this done. We don't have a big hurry to do it. The trade for Davante Adams happened so quickly, and Davante Adams signed right away, and then Tyreek Hill's like, whoa. This number that we agreed upon is no longer good enough. I need to be the highest paid wide receiver in the league. So what we do know for sure is that Tyreek Hill's original contract that he was going to sign per year or total, however you want to slice it, was somewhere in between what Nook Hopkins signed for and what Davante Adams signed for. Now that Davante Adams signed for more, Hill wanted to be on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs weren't going for it. He said, find a trade partner. I guess the two teams that were the most aggressive were the Dolphins and the Jets. The Jets had the best deal on the table initially, and they had the money all squared away to give to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill wanted to play for the Dolphins. He's from the Miami area. That's where he wanted to play. Miami finally anteed up with the picks and made – Reek wanted to go to Miami. Finally, Miami made the picks that, the Chiefs were good with, and the deal was agreed upon, and everything went through. But interestingly enough, the Jets weren't going to part with any one of their first-round picks. They were going to give up they have two really early second-round picks. They were going to give those up. It's like the number 35 and the number 38 pick. They were going to give those two number twos, which is, they got the number 29 pick, which is pretty much the 29 and 35. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
But I guess the Miami kicked in a 4 this year and then a 4 and a 6 next year as well, which kind of put them over the edge. And the Chiefs were like, okay, let's do it.
5 total picks: 2022 first round and 2022 second round, 29 and 50. 4th round pick plus a 4th and 6th 2023 draft. 5 total picks. That's a lot. That's a haul right there.
So here's the thing, and I talked about it on my show, and I talked about it last week here. This draft is very deep at a couple of positions. There's a lot of pass rushers, a lot of edge rushers in this draft. There's a lot of offensive linemen in this draft, and there's a shit ton of receivers in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a lot of quality players ready to start and contribute to your team in the 4th round this year. So if you get a 4th round pick this year, that's a late 2nd, early 3rd round pick any of the year. There is a lot of deep groups in this draft.
It's a niche draft, right?
Yeah,
no quarterbacks, no linebackers,
really,
but like lineman, receiver.
Not a lot of interior linemen. Like there's 5 interior linemen that are worth drafting that are going to make an impact. The other ones are just like bodies, right? Mm-hmm. Linebackers, like unless you're an edge rusher, if you're like a regular linebacker, there's like maybe 4 or 5 guys that are like worth having, and then that's it. But there's like edge rushers, there's like maybe close to like 17 guys that are legit edge rushers. Mm-hmm. Offensive linemen, there is a ton of offensive linemen, and there's like 25 receivers or more that have put a lot of good tape, a lot of good numbers, and who ran really well.
They're all running like 4.6 or less.
It's crazy. They're running like 4.5 or less. These guys are crazy. And there's so much depth there that you're going to get a quality player in the 4th round.
Which is why I don't understand why the Dolphins did this deal. Like, you are a rebuilding franchise.
Bro.
You are a rebuilding franchise.
Well, look at the moves that they've made. They shored up their offensive line. They got speed. It's speed.
Yeah, Waddle.
Edmonds. They have Waddle. They got Edmonds. They have Mostert. They got Hill now. Dude, it's all about speed. And the head coach, look what the head coach came from. He was like the architect of that Deebo Samuel funky, run first off the, throw off the run type of like weird, make Jimmy Garoppolo look like a superstar offense.
But look, like, who's throwing to these speedsters?
You don't need to throw it far. He's good when it's a timing pattern, a short pattern.
It's gonna be all slants.
You're gonna see a lot of slants and bubble screens, but guess what? You still got to cover these motherfuckers. If you make a mistake, those guys are gone.
Yeah. Two is missing them. That's the thing. Anyway, well, clearly, I feel like the Dolphins saw the AFC just like, especially the AFC West, just kind of like stacking, right? Just stacking their chips. And like, oh, we can't get left behind. We're one of these guys. I think this is a deal that's going to bite them in the ass. I think they're just going to be like, we could have really used those picks to shore up all the holes on our team. Anyway.
We'll see, man. Well, I will tell you this. I really want to thank former Texans head coach Bill O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank him because he had no business just panic trading Nook Hopkins for no fucking reason. He had a decent defense. He had a strong offensive line. At the time, he had a franchise quarterback. He had one of the best receivers, if like the top 2 or 3 receiver in the league. He panic traded Nook Hopkins for basically nothing.
Nothing.
Right? Nook Hopkins goes to the Cardinals, signs a big extension there. Because that extension happened, Adams is like, I want more money than he gets. The Packers are like, okay, if you want that kind of money, you're gonna have to get in the back of the line now because we're not gonna pay you that much. We'll have to put you in, and because that happened, because Green Bay didn't want to pay Davante before the 2021 season, he got pissed off and he's like, fuck you guys. He's already disenfranchised with them and all that freaking Aaron Rodgers bullshit. That kind of was like the beginning of Adams and not getting along with Green Bay, and kind of caused Adams to get shipped over to the Raiders. He signs a big contract. Because that contract was signed, Hill's like, whoa. I need a little bit more money than what we had already agreed upon. The Chiefs are like, fuck you. You're not going to get any more money from us. Shipped them over to the Dolphins. So, Bill O'Brien, thank you very much for being a terrible coach and GM and for shipping away your best player for no apparent reason.
Just got emotional and didn't want him anymore. Didn't want to deal with him.
He just didn't want to
talk
to him
anymore.
The
whole wide receiver market's like tipped upside down now.
Just because of that move.
Yeah.
That move right there did it.
This Hill deal makes the Davante Adams trade it was a good move to begin with. Now it looks amazing, right? 5 picks for Hill. Davante Adams just got a first and a second. Hill is getting $72 million guaranteed for 4 years. Davante Adams is getting just $65 million guaranteed for 5 years. Davante and Carr have rapport. You never know if Hill and Tua, if it's going to work out or not, right? You assume so. Hill's that good, but it may not. And Davante's just an overall better player. Davante Adams is a better wide receiver than Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is a better specialist, right? Speed, breaks, like he does specific things better than Davante Adams. But Davante is a more well-rounded, better overall receiver.
Yeah, so Tyreek Hill is 1 year younger. He's 28 years old. Davante Adams is 29. He's 1 year younger. And the skill set that Davante Adams uses, the skills that he uses, the skills that he has that makes him good, they age much better than the skill set that Tyreek Hill has and make him good.
Yeah. It's like a boxer who relies on power. Like power doesn't age out, you know? The speedsters are the guys that slow down.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have power and you're just a speed guy and you're like you overwhelm guys with your speed and like that is a cliff. Like one fight to the next, you're going to see a big drop off. So I said it during my show and I'll stand behind it. Davante Adams is the closest thing to Jerry Rice that we've seen in a long time. Yeah. He doesn't use blazing speed to get open. He's a technician with his route running. He always finds a way, double covered every single play, but he always finds a way to get himself wide open. He gets wide open. So I said, Raider fans, check this out. Imagine you have Hunter Renfrow. Okay, now make him bigger, faster, better hands, just as good route running ability. That's Davante Adams.
Yeah. Get Hunter Renfrow's brain and route running in Bryan Edwards' body.
Yeah.
With like Hopkins experience.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he is.
That's
right?
Davante Adams. That's who he is.
The legs, between the ears, the hands. Like, I feel like we're putting together the perfect chick. Megan Fox's face, Jennifer Lopez's ass, Pamela Anderson's tits. Bam, you got Davante Adams. Mwah.
Dude,
beautiful.
Davante Adams is hot.
Last thing. Can you acknowledge at least that you can thank Derek Carr for getting Davante Adams? Because you know there's 0% chance Davante would ever be in the silver and black if it weren't for Derek Carr.
I wouldn't say 0% chance because
that's
Davante
fair.
Adams,
that's fair. He wanted to be a Raider.
He wanted to be a Raider. I think that it definitely tipped the scales in our favor But yeah, for his part, yeah, sure, thanks. You know, that's for you, for the part that you played, for whatever percentage that you tipped the scales in our favor, for sure. Yeah, thank you. Fucking buy the man his car now.
Congratulations for making it all the way to the end of our video. If you want Darren Waller to catch 20 touchdown passes next season and for Max Crosby to have 30 sacks, go ahead and subscribe and click the next video.